Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Nuta, the Crochet World, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel, like, share and comment on my videos. And today we're going to do this beautiful phone pouch, this amazing and beautiful phone pouch. And for this one I've used my 100% cotton yarn and I've used my 3.5 mm of the hook. So let's begin. Now here, make a slip knot here and chain up 18. So it's 1, 2, 3. Chain up 18. So this is my 18 chains and I'm gonna turn my work. So turn your work and this is the back portion of your chain. Now here, if you can see the bump here, this is my first chain, the back bump of my first chain. So it's 1, 2 and 3. These are my 3 chains and I'm gonna yarn over and will insert my hook into my 4th chain. So I'm gonna leave this 3 chains behind and I'm gonna insert my hook into my 4th chain, the back bump of my 4th chain, and will insert my hook like this. So yarn over and insert your hook into your 4th chain, grab your yarn and make a double crochet here. So yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. So this first 3 chains will count as your first double crochet, and then you have made another double crochet here. Now yarn over and insert your hook into that same chain here, same chain, and grab your yarn and make another double crochet here like this. So that's your 3 double crochets. Now on each chain we are going to make 1 double crochet. So yarn over and insert your hook into your next chain, grab your yarn, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops, and keep on doing 1 double crochet on each chain. So 1 double crochet on each chain, and I'm gonna meet you at the end here. And by the end, you're going to have your 17 double crochets here. And I'm going to meet you at the end here with your 17 double crochets. And here it is. I have my 17 double crochets here. And into this last chain, we are going to add another 3 double crochets. So as we have done 17 double crochets plus 3, we're going to have our 20 double crochets on this side of the chain. So add up another 3 double crochets. So it's yarn over, insert your hook into that last chain and make your 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, and your 3rd double crochet, and that's how you're gonna have your 20 double crochets here. Now yarn over and insert your hook into your first chain from the other side here. So we're gonna change the side of our chain, and we have made this double crochets on one side, and now we're gonna go to the other side and we're gonna make our double crochets on this chain. So yarn over and insert your hook into your first chain here like this, and grab your yarn and make your double crochet, and we're gonna make 1 double crochet on each chain on this other side of the chains. So make 1 double crochet on each chain, and by the end of this round you're gonna have your 34 double crochets here. At the end you're gonna have your 34 double crochets. So keep on doing 1 double crochet on each chain, and I'm gonna meet you after your 34th double crochet. Okay, now I have my 34 double crochets, and here at the end I'm going to do another 2 double crochets. So just do your 2 double crochets here at the end, and that's how you're going to make your 36 double crochets like this. And now insert your hook into your first 3rd chain. So remember, we have skipped 3 chains here. So insert your hook into your 3rd chain and make a slip stitch here. like this, make a slip stitch, and now you're gonna chain up one here for our second round, round number 2. So chain up one here, yarn over, and insert your hook into that same stitch where you have made your slip stitch. So insert your hook into that same stitch, grab your yarn, and you're going to have 3 loops on your hook, 1, 2, and 3. Yarn over for one more time and insert your hook into that same stitch, grab your yarn, and you're going to have 5 loops on your hook. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now yarn over and pull your yarn through all your loops, and that's it. Now for the next stitch, we're going to skip the next stitch. We're not going to work on it. And into the next stitch, insert your hook, grab your yarn, and make a single crochet here. Now again, yarn over, insert your hook into that same stitch, grab your yarn over for one more time, and insert your hook into that same stitch, grab your yarn, and you're going to have your 5 loops, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yarn over and pull your yarn through all your loops. Now remember, we have made a chain one here, so that chain one would count as our first single crochet, and then we have made our this puff stitch halfway done, and here we have skipped the next stitch, and here we have made our single crochet and then another puff stitch halfway done. Now next chain, next stitch we're not gonna work on it, so we're gonna skip the next stitch, and into the next stitch insert your hook, grab your yarn, make a single crochet. Now into that same stitch we're gonna make a puff stitch halfway done, so yarn over and yarn over for another time, and you're gonna have 5 loops, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yarn over and pull your yarn through all your loops. Skip the next stitch, and into the next stitch insert your hook, grab your yarn, make a single crochet, and make your puff stitch into that same stitch, your puff stitch halfway done, like this. Next stitch, we're going to skip the next stitch, and into the stitch after that make a single crochet, and then your puff stitch halfway done, and keep on repeating this pattern. I'm going to meet you at the end here, at the end of my round number 2. Okay, so I've done my this round number 2, and I've done my 36 stitches here, and the next stitch, I'm going to skip the next stitch, and the next stitch after that, that's my first stitch from my this round number 2. So I'm going to insert my hook into that stitch. So remember, I've already worked on this stitch. I've worked on this stitch, and I'm going to skip the next stitch. I'm going to skip this next stitch as this is my last stitch, and this is my first stitch from my this round number 2. So this is my first stitch, as I've chained up one here by the starting of this round. This is my chain 1, and I'm going to insert my hook into that chain 1. We'll grab my yarn and we'll make a single crochet here, like this. Yarn over and insert your hook into that same chain 1, grab your yarn one time, yarn over and insert your hook into that same stitch, grab your yarn, and you're going to have your 5 loops here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 loops. Yarn over and pull your yarn through all your loops. Now I'm going to take my stitch marker. So take your stitch marker and insert your stitch marker into your first single crochet here, first single crochet, and this is the starting point of your third round. As we have started up our second round by chaining up 1, instead of chaining up 1 for my third round, I've directly made my pattern. So I've directly made my this single crochet and then a puff stitch halfway done. So this is my first stitch. Now for the next stitch, as we have already worked on this stitch, I'm going to skip my this next stitch, and into this next stitch I'm going to insert my hook, grab your yarn and make a single crochet here, and into that same stitch yarn over and make your puff stitch halfway done, like this. The next stitch, we're going to skip the next stitch, and into the next stitch grab your yarn, make a single crochet and make puff stitch halfway done. And remember, we are gonna insert our hook into this single crochet stitch from the previous round, not the half puff stitch. We are gonna insert the hook into this single crochets from our previous rounds. So the next stitch, we're gonna leave this next stitch, and this is where we are gonna insert our hook. After that is our single crochet from the previous round. So just make a slip single crochet here and then a puff stitch halfway done. And keep on doing this. Skip the next stitch and then single crochet and your puff stitch halfway down into the same stitch. And at the end, you're gonna have your 36 stitches and you're gonna have your 18 stitches for this pattern. And I'm gonna meet you at the end of round number 3. And here it is at the end of my this round number 3. I've made my 36 stitches and 18 sets of my this pattern, and this is my last stitch. So I'm gonna skip my this last stitch, and into this first stitch from this round number 3, I will take out my stitch marker and will insert my hook into that same stitch. We'll grab the yarn and we'll make a single crochet here. Put your stitch marker back. This is the first stitch of your round number 4. And then into that same stitch, we're going to do our puff stitch halfway done. And keep on repeating this pattern. And also turn this one. So turn your work like this and keep on repeating your pattern. So skip the next stitch, insert your hook into the next stitch, make a single crochet here, and then into that same stitch, make your puff stitch halfway done. 1 and 2. The next stitch, we're going to skip the next stitch and into the next stitch, single crochet and your puff stitch halfway done. So keep on repeating your pattern and you're going to have 18 sets of this pattern, and in total you're going to have 36 stitches on your each round. Remember, we are not finishing up our round by making a slip stitch and then chain 1. We are directly doing this pattern so that we will not find any flaws in this pattern. So we're going to keep doing our pattern for each round and keep on doing this until round number 26. So keep on doing this until round number 26. So your round number 1 will be your this double crochet, and then you will, from the round number 2, you will start building your pattern and keep on doing your pattern until your round number 26. And I'm going to meet you at the end of your round number 26. Now remember, if you want to go ahead and if you want a longer pouch, you can always add up your this rounds. I'm gonna do it until my round number 26, and I'm gonna meet you after my round number 26. Okay, so after my round number 26, my work looks like this, and this is the length of my pouch. Now if you want to go ahead, you can add up some more rows, and after that, after my round number 26, I'm gonna insert this. This is the next stitch. I'm gonna skip this next stitch, and this is the first stitch of my this round number 26, where I put my stitch mark. I'm gonna take this out and I'm gonna insert my hook into that same stitch. So this next stitch, I'm gonna skip the next stitch and I'm gonna insert my hook into the next stitch, and we'll insert my hook like this, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll make a slip stitch here, just like this, and that's it. Now here I'm gonna chain up 3. So it's 1, 2, and 3. And now this is the stitch we have worked on. So I'm gonna skip the next stitch. I'm not gonna work on the next stitch, and into the next stitch. After that, yarn over, insert your hook into that stitch, grab your yarn, and we are gonna make a half double crochet here. So yarn over and pull your yarn through all 3 loops like this. So chain 2 here at the beginning. Chain 2 will count as your first half double crochet, and then chain 1. Here again, we have skipped the next stitch, and into the next stitch we have made another half double crochet, and then chain 1. Now here again we're going to skip the next stitch, and into the next stitch 1 half double crochet plus chain 1. So yarn over, insert your hook into that stitch, grab your yarn over and pull your yarn through all 3 loops and chain 1. Again, the next stitch, we're going to skip the next stitch, and into the next stitch, yarn over, do your half double crochet here and chain 1. The next stitch, we're going to skip the next stitch, and into the stitch after that, we're going to do a half double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook, make your half double crochet and chain 1. And keep on repeating it. Keep on repeating until the end, and I'm going to meet you after that. Okay, so I've done my last half double crochet and chain 1. I've got 18 half double crochet and 18 chain 1. And the next stitch, I'm going to skip the next stitch. And here, I'm going to insert my hook into my chain 2. So it's 1 and 2. So just insert your hook into your second chain. Like this, grab your yarn and make a slip stitch here. Like this. And now we're going to make another 3 half double crochet into this chain 1 space. So yarn over, insert your hook into this chain 1 space, grab your yarn over and pull your yarn through all 3 loops, and you can put a stitch marker here. Just for your reference, just put a stitch marker here like this and do another 2 half double crochet. So yarn over, that's our second half double crochet, and this is our third half double crochet like this. Now we're going to skip this half double crochet, so we are not going to work on this half double crochet, and we're going to insert our hook directly here into this chain 1 space. So insert your hook into this chain 1 space, grab your yarn and make a slip stitch here like this. Now again we're going to skip this next half double crochet, we are not going to work on it, and we're going to insert our hook into this chain 1 space, and here yarn over and make another 3 half double crochet into this chain 1 space. So just do 1, 2 and 3, and we're going to skip this half double crochet from the previous round, and into this chain 1 space insert your hook, grab your yarn and make a slip stitch. So pull your yarn through all your loops, and we're going to skip the next half double crochet. Now into this chain 1 space, do another 3 half double crochets. 1, 2 and 3, and skip the next half double crochet, and into this chain 1 space insert your hook and make a slip stitch. So now keep on repeating your pattern. So do your 3 half double crochet, then skip the half double crochet from the previous round, and into this chain 1 space do your 1 slip stitch, then skip the next half double crochet from the previous round, and into this chain 1 space do your 3 half double crochet, and keep on repeating this pattern, and I'm going to meet you at the end here. Okay, so here I have done my this last 3 half double crochets, and I'm going to insert my hook into this chain 1 space. I'm going to skip this half double crochet and then insert my hook into that chain 1 space, grab the yarn, we'll make a slip stitch, and that's going to be my last slip stitch for this round, and that's going to be our last round. So I'm going to take out this stitch marker and just will insert my hook into that first stitch, and we'll make another slip stitch here so that I can tie up my this last round, and that's it. It's look like this. Now pull out your yarn and cut your yarn, and always secure your last stitch this, and put your loose end in. So I'm going to put my this loose end in, and just going to turn my work, and we'll do this, and after that we're going to do this strings. Okay, so my work looks like this, and now take your yarn and make a slip knot, and chain up 50 here, 50. So chain up 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and go up to 50 chains, and I'm going to meet you after my 50 chains. Okay, so that's my 50 chains, 50, and I'm going to cut my yarn from here, and we'll make my last stitch secure like this, and make another strain, another chains like this. So make 2 strains to 50 chains like this. So that's 1 and that's 2, and now simply take your pouch and insert your chains like this, halfway done, and just do it this way. So 1 inside, 1 half double crochet inside and 1 half double crochet outside, and just insert this chain this way on both the sides, here and here as well, this side as well. Keep on doing this. So keep on doing this and make sure your ends are coming on this sides. So as we are doing it here, like this, both the ends are here on one side here, and take your another chain and start working from here. So as our 2 ends are here, for the first chain I'm going to insert my chain like this, and I'm going to repeat the process just as we have done before. 1 half double crochet outside and 1 half double crochet inside, and keep on doing your zigzag thing, and I'm going to meet you after that. And here it is. The pouch is ready. You can simply pull this 2 strands and it will be like this. And I hope you have liked my today's tutorial. If you have liked, please like, share and comment on my videos, and please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you into the next video. Till then, bye.